You're watching E.T.N. Entertainment-related new, entertainment-related discussion. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we have another Patreon requested video. And of course, as you guys know, these are coming from, most of these are this is another Godzilla one. And I wanted to do these last week. Didn't get an opportunity to do that because I had actually several job interviews and then almost forgot it was Mother's Day over the weekend. So my wife actually had Friday off and then had yesterday off, and she hardly takes time off. So obviously we got to spend some time together. Although she spent Friday most of the time out, she got her hair done and she looks fantastic now. Not that she didn't look fantastic before, but just the hairstyle. She got these streaks and all that, and she looks great. So that's the reason why I didn't get to these last week as I planned, but we are going to get them done. And this one comes from Scott Severin, and his request or his question is, if I had control over a future Godzilla movie, who would I cast and what would the story be about? That's kind of deep. I did this indirectly because I basically gave what my view, I gave a story of what Godzilla 2 would be if I had all these monsters in it. I'm not too sure it would be very different if I did it on my own originally. So I would say, let's stick with that story, but who would I cast? So this is very interesting. I definitely would bring in Akira Takarada for some. Now, I don't know what these roles would be, 100%, but in terms of, I would definitely keep Ken Watanabe, so those two would be in there. I like Michael B. Jordan. I've always liked Michael B. Jordan. In fact, I know I have an older video on the channel where I said he would be one of the people I would cast, and this was before Black Panther. This was after, I actually liked Michael B. Jordan a lot after I saw him originally in Chronicle, and from that point forward, I always liked his acting. So he was one person I definitely had put in another fantasy discussion we had about a movie I would do, Godzilla related. So Michael B. Jordan, Ken Watanabe, Akira Takarada. Who else would I put in? I would probably, you know who else I would put in? I'm thinking females now. Oh my God, Chloe Grace Moretz. I'd put her in there. I think she's a fine actress as well. I would put Tom Hiddleston in there. You know what I mean? Now, where these roles would be, no one knows for sure, but those are some of the actors I would definitely put in a Godzilla movie. And obviously, we might even see Tom Hiddleston again. They might do some makeup and stuff like that. Or we might see him in some flashbacks in the Kong versus Godzilla movie. Or if they do another Kong movie, we might see him. Chloe Grace Moretz, fell in love with her when she was a little girl in Kick-Ass. I thought, oh my God, this little girl. I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that she mouthed off in that movie the way she did. But man, I was so impressed that this little girl could do this role and just so believable. Like, she was just very talented. And from that point going forward, most of the things I've seen her in, I've always been impressed with her acting. I've always liked her as an actress. Hopefully she continues to kind of blow up, but it's been kind of quiet with her lately. I haven't seen her in too much stuff, but I would put her in it. Michael B. Jordan. Those would probably be my two leads. Tom Hiddleston on my support, as well as Akira and Ken Watanabe. I would like to put one more, maybe, actor on Tom Hiddleston's level, like a God, I can't remember his first name. Benedict Cumberbatch. Is that it? Yeah. Or, yeah, well, anyway, you guys know Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. Simple. I would like someone like him would be great. I want to definitely get some good actors in there, especially if it's going to be a solid story. If I had to do it from scratch on my own without using Godzilla 2 as my basis, I would probably do a solo movie. A solo Godzilla movie. No other monsters. He comes out of the blue. Like, nobody ever even thought for 1 second he could exist. And he just comes out of the blue. He wakes up. It could be from nuclear testing. We can stick with the nuclear narrative. That's when Godzilla's at his best. whatever the case may be, but it would be a solo Godzilla movie and it would be destructive. I'm talking makes 1954 look like, you know, a birthday party. And it would be, I mean, this would be a borderline R movie, because you got to remember, when these monsters, when you really think about a monster of that size with that much power, yes, it's fun to see what we've seen over the years, the fights and all that, but I really want to see a monster movie taken a little bit more seriously and seeing the destruction and how people get killed. I want to see people from the ground level. You know, I want to do it so that I really want to sell the fear and the terror from something this large and this powerful walking the planet. I mean, I'm talking about like he's trudging through a city, and as bricks from buildings and rubble and all that fall, I want to see, you know, I would film it like you see people getting crushed, you know, and stuff like that's what I want. That's the kind of view I want to get. I want to give a view of terror, which is weird for me because I'm not a very terror kind of person, you know, but when I love monster, you guys know I love kaiju and monster movies. So for me, my monster movie has to display that fear and terror of what it would be like for a monster to trudge through a city. And yes, I would definitely show the monster scale from a distance, from the bottom, his power and his destruction, but I would also make sure to get those shots of Godzilla knocking buildings down and those buildings, you know, falling on people, crushing people, maybe even have him eat people. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, he's a monster, right? So that would be the style I would go with. It would be a much darker and terrifying Godzilla movie, and those would be my actors in the movie: Michael B. Jordan, Chloe Grace Moretz, Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Hiddleston, Akira Takarada, and Ken Watanabe. Those would be my core actors in that movie. Just me personally. Those are some actors I've seen over the years that I feel with Michael B. Jordan and Chloe Grace Moretz, you have that youth presence, that young presence you need in the movie, from your leads or even from your supporting characters. And then with Cumberbatch and Hiddleston, you have that crafty, in their prime kind of actors that are there and notable, and you know they can go there and perform. And then you have Watanabe and Takarada, two veteran actors familiar with the genre, familiar with the importance of the genre, how to deliver the acting when they see the fear. Akira would be great for that. Watanabe is great at selling, you know, fear. And then they just fit the narrative, you know what I mean? So that would be my way of doing, if I had from scratch, not linked to Legendary, if somebody said, here, we need you to write and direct and cast a Godzilla movie, that would be my foundation right there. So, and if you guys want me to extend on that, because I know we're getting a lot of requests for different Godzilla videos, especially storytelling. Something tells me we're going to be doing a lot of storytelling, which is great. I love that. In fact, I actually hired a ghostwriter to help me write a story that I've been wanting to write for the longest time. And because I never have time, or sometimes I have trouble kind of putting things together cohesively, I recently hired her, and she's actually reading my first draft right now, and she's going to get back to me Thursday on any potential changes. And then she's going to go ahead and kind of basically gave her the story, and she's going to lock it down for me and make it cohesive and probably put in a little bit of details that I might have missed. We'll get into that though later, because that's probably something I wanted to announce down the road when it's actually released. But I figure so you guys get an idea. I do love writing stories and telling stories. And sometimes I'm really good with taking somebody else's idea and turning it into life. It's my own stuff that I have trouble kind of putting out there. If it's something short, like I did with the Godzilla stuff, that's easy. But what I'm trying to do personally on a personal level is much larger than that. So anyway, Scott, I hope that was satisfying. And what about you guys in the comment section? Why don't you let me know if somebody came up to you and said, we want you to write, direct, and cast a Godzilla movie. Comment below. You don't have to write a whole paragraph if you don't want to. Just say, hey, this would be my cast. This would be the tone of my story, and blah, blah, blah. And I'd be interested to see what you guys come up with. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news. We just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Click here to watch more content. Or you can click here to become an E.T.N. patron. Don't forget to leave a comment. Also, make sure you like and share this video. If you want to know when the next video is up, click the notification bell next to the subscribe button. And most of all, make sure to click that subscribe button for regular content.